Okay, so we're live, right? Okay,
Yes,
so
we're
we're live
live.
now. Okay, welcome to the first ever episode of BGTV. My name is JC Uy, one of the wedding planners of BG Bridal Gallery, and of course, I'm going to be your host for today's episode. And of course, to give you an idea, BG Bridal Gallery is an online platform that caters to brides as a directory and of course to professional as their online portfolio and business platform. Okay, so for today's episode, we will talk about the styling, event styling. Okay, so if you have any question when it comes to event styling, you can comment your questions, and the most constructive question gets to win, of course, an exclusive prize from BG Bridal Gallery, and the winners will be announced to our next episode. Okay, so hi ladies. Welcome to BG Bridal Gallery. Of course, we have here Miss Lyra and Miss Ice. Okay. So, welcome to BG Bridal Gallery.
Thank you.
Okay. So of course we will talk about styling, event styling. So Lyra and Ice are event stylists, and of course I want to know how did you get into this business? Can you tell me anything about how did it all started?
Well, actually, we were good friends
Okay.
and classmates.
We
and
were.
We are. We still are.
Okay.
We still are good friends
Okay.
and classmates from the University of the Philippines under the BS Interior Design program,
Mhm.
where we actually graduated cum laude in 2016.
Nice.
Yeah, so we were in the same internship program, and then we realized that we had the same work ethic and aesthetic.
Okay.
So then we wanted our own firm, but then back then we only thought of it as a passing, and we didn't really think about it.
Mhm.
And then after graduation, after passing the licensure exam, my cousin asked me to style her debut. But then I couldn't do it alone, so I asked Lyra. And then from there, we formed a partnership and decided to call it Dry Creatives.
Okay. Mhm. So you guys are friends. Okay, let's
Yes,
hear that.
we
They are
are.
friends. And of course, so nandun na kayo
Yes.
sa, like, you guys are interior designers.
Yes,
Okay,
we
so,
also do interior design, production styling, and event styling. Yeah.
diba? So, for me kasi when you say interior designer, most of it are, nasa firm.
Bahay.
Yes, nandun sila sa commercial spaces, they're interior designing houses, right? But who would have thought that they will end up with event styling? So, how did it start as event styling? Doon na tayo sa event styling. So, how did you get there?
Yun, like my cousin wanted me to
Design
design
the
the boo. Yeah.
So, yun ang tinahak nyo,
Yes,
going
yes.
to event styling. So,
Yun yung start.
okay, Raya Creative. So, I want to know why Raya?
Raya actually came from the Tagalog word hiraya, which means vision. So that became our core. And then what we want to do is actually execute the vision of the client
Mhm.
through our passion for pursuing and infusing art and elegance.
We're back. Sorry for the technical difficulties. And to give you a recap, of course, it all started as you were asked to style a debut,
Yes.
of course. So, and of course, combination of passion, andun na rin for you to take this path as an event stylist. Okay, so we're talking about sabi nyo nga, Hiraya is vision. So we're talking about the visual concept, and for the clients to achieve that concept, the visual that they are, want to be on their wedding. So, is it really necessary to have a stylist?
Well, for me, it's very necessary. It's actually a bit essential nowadays.
Okay.
Because first and foremost, the brides and the grooms, they really don't have time much to plan out their wedding up to the last detail.
Mhm.
So event styling is a very long process. So it starts out from initial concept planning to
Okay.
sourcing out the materials to
Mhm.
setting up on the day, and also dismantling on that same day. So imagine the bride doing all that and the
Yes,
groom.
mhm.
So it's not really
Sobrang hassle.
yes. So hiring a stylist would take all the stress and burden
Mhm.
from their hands so that we
Okay.
can enjoy their wedding fully.
Mhm. Okay, so how can a stylist help the brides and the groom when it comes to the themes and motifs
For the themes and motifs, well, most stylists, they have an extensive background on art and design. So kami ni Ice, we had like 4 years of training in the creative industry. So I'd say we have a creative mind and like an eye for aesthetic. So we are able to execute the client's vision with careful consideration on their personality, preferences, so that they can be sure that the ceremony and the reception, all the flowers, colors, fabric, it will all come together harmoniously.
Okay, that's great. So, as a bride and groom, what are the things they need to consider in getting a stylist?
Actually, the first thing that you should consider is the budget.
Okay.
Because most of the stylists have their own market.
Yes.
And then second, because you could go from simple and elegant to something lavish and grand. And then the second thing that you have to consider is the credibility of the stylist. So make sure to go to their social media accounts and check out their portfolios, and also check out the past events. So you'll see from there how they work and the aesthetic of the stylist. And then last is the specialty or the forte of the stylist, because some of the stylists, they have their own personal touch. Like us, we have our own elegant and
Raya
artistic Raya touch. Yeah,
Okay,
we have
elegant
our own
Raya
touch.
touch. So, elegant Raya touch. Of course, as Raya creatives, you have your own way of applying your, of course, talents and skills in concepts. Okay, so as a client, what triggers us na to the point na need na namin talaga ng stylist? Kasi sometimes we have caterers na once na kapag hire kayo ng catering, they have this basic styling.
Yes.
Diba? So,
Yeah.
ano yung point na talagang even we have a basic styling, need pa rin na talaga namin ng wedding stylist?
Actually, the caterers only provide the floral centerpiece
Okay.
and the basic stage. So what we do is we upgrade and we glam up the space. So we add entrance arch, the photo wall, and a more lavish or more grand or prettier
Even the
centerpiece.
ceiling
Yeah,
design.
even the ceiling design we add. So that's what makes what's important for the
Okay, so even the ceiling treatment, right?
Yeah.
You need to consider also that. But what if the client has this limited budget? Speaking of budget, kasi hindi naman lahat ng clients merong budget, di ba, for styling. So if they have limited budget, what can we do for that?
Well, each client, they all have their certain budget.
Okay.
And we understand naman na it's not, like styling is not their first priority or like talagang important na gusto-gusto talaga nila. But then for these clients, we tend to take out some elements in the areas needed for design.
Okay.
But we have to take note kasi na it doesn't always have to be very grand and lavish. So it doesn't mean na pag marami maganda.
Correct.
Sometimes less is more, and it's really on like the careful planning on the right elements, choosing the right elements, and like putting it together in like an aesthetically pleasing way without using too much.
Okay, so speaking of budget, yun nga, sometimes the client has this very limited budget, but of course, let's expect the best with the given budget. Okay, so hindi naman basihan na pag sinabi mo malaking budget kung marami kang lalagay as stylist, di ba? So, let's work on the budget and let's expect the best within the budget. Okay, speaking of the styling, of course, what if I have a limited budget and I ask you, of course, as experts, ano ba ang in-demand and trending when it comes to event styling?
Well, before, no, like, people would only focus on the floral, centerpiece, yung mga florals, and like the color scheme lang.
Yes.
But now, it has evolved to so much more, wherein clients usually utilize a theme or like a concept just to give like the guest like a whole new experience. So it could be really simple, like an elegant lang, or pwede rin super crazy na parang avant-garde or like superhero, ano pa bang theme dyan. So now talaga in our experience, I think we can all say now we can see it everywhere. It's like the rustic, bohemian, vintage, kind of laid back and like very warm and welcoming.
And destination weddings are also a thing right now.
Correct.
So destination weddings are a thing because it's so easy for you to dress up the space because of the natural landscapes, or it's already beautiful because it's God made. So God-given.
Yes, I definitely agree.
Yeah,
Diba? The natural.
Yeah, but then of course you shouldn't really always think about the trend because trends come and go.
Correct.
And there would always be a trend for every season. What you should consider is actually the personality and the love story of the couple
Okay.
to make the event more personal and meaningful.
Yeah, that's the most important.
True.
The concept, the theme that really defines the couple,
Yes.
right? Okay, and yeah, the nature, it never gets old.
Yeah.
But we will still always depend the theme and the concept dun sa preferred ni client na venue, and of course, what will define them as a couple. Okay, sige. So let's say si client, they have preferred concept na. They meron na silang chosen theme and they've decided to get a stylist and they have this specific budget. So when they get you, what will be the next process?
Okay, so the first thing we do is we get to know the client, of course. So we set up a meeting. We discuss all the details of course, what they want, what the theme is, what their
Okay.
preferences are, and of course, we have as long as you get like a general vision,
Yes.
yeah, and their ideas, and then after that, we go to the venue. And then measure and do an ocular insight visit. We measure all the areas needed for styling, and then after that, from the initial meeting and the ocular, we do mood board. So it's like
Okay.
proposals for the clients for them
Para
to
visualize din
choose. Para
nila, no?
visualize nila
Mhm.
yung mga gusto nila. And then after that, kami ni Ice naman, we go into like a design development process wherein we research, sketch talaga, and like
Nice.
detail all the things.
Pinag-aaralan talaga siya,
Opo,
no? Hindi
matagal
lang
talaga
yung-
siya.
Mhm.
And then after that, we actually do itemization
Okay.
of the decors and the materials that we use, we should
Mhm.
use. And then after that, we call or we contact our suppliers and ask for their services.
Mhm.
And then before the event, we do mock-ups of the centerpiece of the event so that we know if the design that we want is doable.
Okay.
And then on the event itself, of course, we transport everything to the venue, and then with the help of our manpower, and then of course dismantling, and then going back to the warehouse to put everything in place.
Nice. Kasi talagang maganda yung nagmo-mock up kayo. At least na-visualize niyo yung actual combination of these
Yeah.
elements.
Yeah. To
if it will
lessen
work.
rin mga disasters.
Correct. So, as you heard from them, may process talaga. Even just the styling, may process tayo. Of course, you guys need to meet the client to
Yes.
know, of course, more about the client, what defines them as couple, and then from there, you'll go to the venue to see also the place kasi they have, let's say, preferred styling, but you want to know if
Yeah,
it's
there are limitations kasi.
yes, if it's compatible or
Yeah.
good or
Sometimes
it
the
will-
ceiling is low.
diba?
It's
Tapos
difficult.
ceiling is low, tapos ang gusto nila is starry night.
Wow.
So may mga things that you need to
Yes.
consider talaga. So after that process, what do you think are the do's and don'ts? Like if the client's perfect to get a stylist, what are the do's and don'ts as clients?
Maybe our tip for the client is that consider the budget first,
Budget. Importante
And
yung
then-
budget.
and then know what you want, and don't be fickle with the choices.
Yes.
Because it's difficult to plan if you don't know what you want. So
Mhm.
for easy planning,
Mhm.
really consider what you want. Yeah. And then
Don't over-expect.
yeah, don't over expect. But of course, we would always
Do our
provide
best.
Yes,
the
as
best.
what we said earlier,
Yeah.
expect the best
Yes.
for the given budget. So,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean na ito lang yung budget nyo sobrang limited. 'Di ba? Kasi, that's why we have experts. Kasi you just let them know your budget and from there, they will work on it.
Of course, the most important
Important
thing
thing.
is for the client and the bride and the groom to have fun, enjoy the process,
Yes.
and so that you could enjoy the wedding itself. Yeah.
Enjoy the process, enjoy the wedding itself. Kasi 'di ba, parang it's once in a lifetime event.
Yeah.
And you don't need to get stressed just the process. Kaya nga tayo, we have the stylists, we have the experts to consult.
Yes.
You know to yourself, guys, that you can do it on your own to figure out what's best. Kasi sometimes the clients, they have this preferred concept and themes. But the question is, will it fit? Or will it be compatible with our preferred venue, with our preferred motive? Kasi kung meron silang preferred theme, but will it be,
Aesthetically pleasing.
diba? Sabihin
Yeah.
natin, ang theme nila beach wedding, tapos ang motive nila is super red, diba? How can we work on it? So we have different shades
More
of
on the
red.
execution talaga.
Yes, that's why we have them. But to let you know, of course, styling pa lang to. And ang dami ng need to consider, di ba?
Yeah.
Ganun ka complicated ang wedding
Wedding.
planning.
Yes,
Okay, that's why
very.
BG Bridal Gallery is here, of course, to help you with wedding planning, of course. So, BG Bridal Gallery, we're offering all-in wedding packages, actually. So, we have this elegant package. We also have this prominent package that includes everything you need for your wedding. Okay, so good news everyone, good news brides and grooms. Kasi right this month we have this promo, we call it Here Comes the Bride. Okay, so Here Comes the Bride, of course, when you say Here Comes the Bride, we're talking about the
Aisle.
the church aisle, and with the help and collaboration with Raya Events, they will of course so with the help of Raya Events, they will collaborate with BG Bridal Gallery to of course achieve that dream wedding you've always wanted, because brides, they're always dreaming of this perfect March,
Yes.
diba? And actually, that's the highlight of the wedding, eh, diba?
Yes,
When you
the
say
March.
wedding, when a wedding mo, automatically may isip
Tears.
mo, yes, tapos iniisip mo kagad how you walk down the aisle, diba? Tapos yung facial expression ng groom mo. So we want that. With the help of them, we'll make it memorable. We'll make your wedding march in the most memorable way. So can you share with them, what can we do to make it extra special, not just the basic setup? What can we do for the ceremony?
Of course, as event stylists,
Okay.
we upgrade the venue.
Mhm.
So for ceremony styling, we could put an entrance arch depending on the theme of the couple.
Right.
We could have like a doors or like arch with flowers or like cloth. It always depends on the theme. And then as for the aisle, we could put like pedestals or lanterns or tulle. It really depends on the theme.
Yeah, it depends on the theme. Kasi I can say we cannot say na meron kaming standard. Ito na yun.
Because
Diba?
we always put our touch, depends
Yeah.
on the personality
And
of
it's
the
important to tailor fit to
Tailor
every
fit, yeah.
client so that it's always personal and meaningful.
That's
for
nice
them.
to know. Kasi you're not just into, okay, we have this styling, bagay na dyan,
Yeah.
diba? You still have this, you want the personal touch, of course, with the client to meet them, yung expertise, yung suggestion nila as event stylist. So, there you have it, guys. Don't miss that promo for this month. So, if you're planning to get married this year or next year, you can still avail the promo of BG Bridal Gallery. Here Comes the Bride promo. Okay, so let's go to the comment section kasi we have this question and answer. So, since meron tayong limited time to accommodate questions, we will only accommodate 3 questions. Okay, so with the help of Raya Creatives, they will answer your questions. And to give you an idea, we will have winners just for posting questions. You could win actually exclusive prize from BG Bridal Gallery, and we will consider you as winner if you have the most constructive questions. Okay, so most constructive question, you guys have to answer that.
Can I
Okay,
ask
so
also?
we will announce the winner and the prize on our next episode. Okay, so first question.
The first question from Mira Mortel. She says, "Hey guys, question lang. Do you have a specific design style that you work in?"
Specific
Well,
design style.
We're against styles kasi.
Against
I mean, not saying na
They're bad.
they're bad, but parang we don't like having like a certain parang ganyan lang siya ganyan lang siya magaling.
Yes.
So parang we all want to parang mas broaden yung horizon namin.
So we won't get restricted.
Instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, so pero like, in all our events, there's always like a Raya touch. We're always pursuing elegance
Raya
talaga.
touch.
Elegance talaga, and just very creative and unique. So,
Okay,
yun.
so there you have it for your question, elegance, and with Raya Creative's touch.
Yeah.
Okay, so next question.
The next question is from Erica Yamaguchi Garcia.
Okay.
Her question is, what is your favorite theme to style?
What is your favorite theme to style? I think
Elegant.
it will depend on your
Yeah.
personal choice then, diba?
Yeah.
So what's your favorite?
For me, it's simple, elegant,
Yeah.
like the use of
Minimal.
very minimal but very elegant, like the use of
Yes.
glass or like
Yeah,
gold.
classy.
Very classy. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes us
How about you,
excited.
Miss Lyra? What's your
Same,
favorite?
because we have the same
Yeah,
aesthetic.
we're like one. We are
We're
one.
one.
Nice. So talagang okay yung tandem ninyo.
Yeah.
You will achieve. Pero as what they say, it won't limit there.
Yeah.
Meron silang
Yeah.
their own, they prefer their preferred styling, but of course, you'll get to
Different
meet with
preferences.
what clients want. Okay, for our last and third question.
From Leslie Michelle Garupa.
Mm-hmm.
Her question is it also part of your service to check out the venue regarding any restrictions that they may have in terms of decors and installation?
Okay.
Well, yes, I
Mhm.
think that's like a big part rin. Kasi diba,
Yes.
in our process nga we talked about a while ago,
Mhm.
we do oculars and site visits. So that also includes asking the venue, ano ba yung mga limitations namin, ano ba yung dapat namin alamin in
As
terms
well
of
as
the
the
venue. So, kasama
dimensions.
siya. Yeah.
So they need to, of course, consider their reception.
Yeah.
Need nyo talaga siya, di ba?
Yeah.
From
It's
there,
part of the process.
yes, as what we've mentioned earlier, it's part of the process. They need to have an ocular visit with the venue to check also if yung preferred ni bride, the styling will match.
And also
venue.
the materials that we use, like sometimes the venue doesn't want for us to hang on the wall,
Yeah, or
like,
use tape.
so
ganon.
we
Usually
need to use our
ganon.
own panels, our own.
So talaga may restrictions din,
Yeah,
di ba? You
yeah.
need to know the terms and policy of the venue.
Yes.
Kasi mamaya, you'll bring this item, hassle, along the way, when you get there, di pala siya
pwede.
allowed.
Yeah.
That's why they're conducting ocular visit for that. Okay, so I think we'll ask another question, no? Okay,
Oh, okay.
so another question we have from...
From J. Mark Pestaño Ebora.
Okay.
His question is, how is your styling process? And how long does it take for a client to see your proposal?
Okay.
Well, for proposals, like it usually takes about a week.
1 week.
A week?
Mga
Yeah.
1
Okay,
week.
a week or two.
1 to 2 weeks. But usually 1 week we can already give you a mood board or yeah.
Like bounce of ideas na ganon.
That's the process.
Yes.
Okay? Kasi when you provide a mood board, di naman automatically yun kaagad ang gusto ni bride, di ba?
Yeah.
So you need to consult with them if you're good with the vision, of course,
yeah.
of this mood board right before we process
Yeah.
the main event. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So I think that's our last question again. For the most constructive question, we will announce the winner on our next episode. Of course, we have prize for you guys. So yeah, keep watching. Now, I think there you have it. Actually, partial pa lang siya talaga ng ideas when it comes to wedding stylist. But I hope you guys help our brides, our newly
course.
engaged couple. Of course,
we
now.
will.
Yeah, thanks so much, Miss
Thank
Ice
you.
and Lyra. Of course.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. Okay, so to tell you guys for our next episode, we will tackling about the after engagement, what's next. So you'll get to meet BG Bridal Gallery wedding planners, and you'll talk about the next step to take after the engagement. Okay, so at least na-share na natin yung first part, which is the event styling, which talagang akala ko simple lang, no? Parang kakausapin ko kayo, ito yung ganyan. Dali. Di pala yun. More on personal touch point, and that's good to know na talagang you want the personal touch of the
Yes,
client that
yes.
defines them dun sa styling natin. Okay, so anything you want to invite? Do you want to invite?
Okay,
invite
sure.
everyone. Sorry.
Please check out our profile in BG Bridal Gallery, bgbridalgallery.com.ph. Just search Raya Creatives there, because yes.
And you could also check out our Facebook account. It's fb.com/Raya Creatives, or our Instagram account. It's @Raya Creatives. Or you can shoot us an email, rayacreatives@gmail.com.
Okay, so Raya Creatives, guys, make sure to tune in for more updates. Visit our Facebook page. We have BG Bridal Gallery Manila and BG Bridal Gallery PH. Of course, we want you to follow us on Instagram @BG Bridal Gallery. Okay, so for more wedding tips, ideas, inspirations, and wedding professionals, visit our website www.bgbridalgallery.com.ph to check more of Raya Creatives. You guys post more pictures of your events,
Yes.
right? Okay, so for professionals who want to be featured here in BG Bridal Gallery, please sign up with BG Bridal Gallery platform, and you'll get invite for us to feature you here and be interviewed again with me, of course. Yeah, you can also post your comment, right, for the next topic you want to discuss, or if you have any other questions or concerns about preparing your wedding, you can always comment that on our comment section. Okay, thank you once again. Thank you again, ladies.
It's our pleasure.
Yes, okay, thank you so much. This is JC Uy again, and this is BGTV Live.